scoring here.
All right, so I will remind you guys before we get to halftime, but we are really experiencing some technical difficulties, so we are going to be rebooting the system at halftime. So you're going to have to make sure you're going to have to reconnect to TurkPride.tv.
Yeah, we do apologize again. First game of the season, we're still kind of working some of these bugs out. And I know. I talked to Diamond Dave Moon. I was looking at the schedule. I on Thursday I just happened to look, and it's like we got a game on Friday. It's like, yeah, I guess we do. So it's really kind of snuck up on us here a little bit. August is just getting ready for school. It's been very, very busy, and we're just not quite as prepared as we should be tonight. But we'll get it worked out. Ooh, that's short kick, and it even takes a bad roll.
Oh, the Turks have recovered it. It's a live ball. The Turks recover. Josh Ford.
Yeah, it goes over. That's pretty basic stuff. It goes over 10 yards. That is a live ball. I mean, you got to fall on that thing. That's probably the longest onside kick I've ever seen, Brian. It's like a 20-yard, 25-yard onside kick. So far, Vashon having their challenges here tonight, offensively, defensively, special teams. You definitely can tell it's early on in the season, and they've got some things that they'll need to work on as they continue their season.
Isaiah Phillips spikes forward on the left side for a gain of 1.
Well, if the score stays the way it has through the rest of the game, it'll be a long bus ride home for our friends from Vashon.
It will. And back in my many years ago, Phillips over the left side, dives forward. Vashon, back when I was in high school, in Ording High School, Vashon was in the old Nisqually League, basically. Used to play Vashon. Every year we played Vashon. And,
now you went to Ording?
I did. I was an Ording Cardinal.
That's a long ways to travel.
Yes, we played Vashon, Eatonville. When Foster High School first started, we played Foster. We played, I was trying to remember who else was in our league.
Give it to Fleming. It's Fleming time.
Oh, North Mason. We used to travel clear out to Belfair. North Mason was in our district. Port Townsend was in our district.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we had to go to Port Townsend and North Mason both. Yeah, we had some long... You remember playing a non-league game in Forks. We went to Forks one time.
We went to Forks?
We went to Forks. That is a trek. There is no shortcut to get to Forks.
Did they glitter in the sun?
I know. That was pre-Twilight. Way pre-Twilight. Way pre-Twilight. Yeah, no, that was the game I remember. The worst field conditions I've ever played in my entire life was at Forks High School.
That's because it rains there 365 days a year. Is he going to pass again?
And across the middle. Touchdown!
That's Jack Hamilton.
Hamilton. So I have a feeling we're going to start seeing some free substituting here in the second half, Ryan.
23-yard reception.
Here now as the Turks go up 33. I believe that's a 33, isn't it, Brian, on the scoreboard? I'm kind of the light bulbs are a little.
It's a 33.
Okay. The light bulbs, I can't tell whether that's a 23 or a 33 or whatever that is.
So, but you know, it being the first game of the year.
Yes.
Are the Turks that good?
You just don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know whether it's just the competition or that they're that good. You know, until you get a couple of games. I don't think you can really start drawing any conclusions until you get a couple, 2-3 games under your belt.
Oh, you missed it wide left.
Now, they do go to Kashmir next week. Kashmir traditionally has a very strong sports program. I know they have a great, good wrestling program.
Remind me about trips to Kashmir.
Don't remind me about trips to Kashmir.
Remind me.
Cashmere
You know,
has-
back in the day,
has
I did.
good-
Back in 2007,
Uh-huh.
I was a coach here at Sultan High School.
Okay.
I coached special teams and linebackers for the C team and the JV team,
Uh-huh.
and I did a lot of filming during varsity games.
Uh-huh.
I think it's because the coaches wanted me away from them because I talked too much.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I think I annoyed them. I actually believe I annoyed them.
Wow.
So,
Hey, we're up to 20. 21. We're going to crash the stream here pretty soon, right?
well, yeah.
Jeez.
We have 21 viewers.
We
Hey
can't
guys,
handle the bandwidth
pop
here.
in. Tell us where you're watching from. We want to know. And welcome to our Vashon friends.
And Jason Atkinson. Somebody named Jason Atkinson sent us a message. Also.
Yeah, I wonder.
Who is that kid?
No relation, right?
Who is that kid?
Fans, it takes a lot to put on a football. Takes a lot to put on a football game, so we'd like to thank our chain gang tonight. We have Dave Cotterill and Matt Cotterill, Larry Keeler and Dave Cutler. Thanks, gentlemen, for being a part of this evening.
Running the chain game's one of my favorite things.
Back on the chain gang. Little pretenders there. Oh, that was I don't think that went. It did. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think that was supposed to be an onside kick because the kicker's kind of shaking his head like, that wasn't. That wasn't intentional. That wasn't intentional. And I think being up 33-0, that's probably not something your coach would want you to try doing. On purpose,
Not with the score the way it is.
Yeah, I think Coach Reilly's making a good comment down here at the end of the field is that you have to allow, not to make contact prior to 10 yards.
Yes, and so
right. So I think that the officials are going to confer and that this might be reversed here. But
Minute Militia watching from Vegas.
But I have a feeling, that I don't think that was purposeful. I think it was just a poor kick. I think it went off the side of his foot and just kind of squibbed, looked like an onside. But being this far ahead, I can't imagine that they wanted to kick an onside kick.
Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Is it? Okay.
That's what I have to believe.
That's my story. And I'm
So we've got
sticking to it.
somebody watching from Vashon. We've got somebody watching from Shelton. We've got
Vegas
and Battleground.
Vegas,
And
baby.
of course, we've got a couple folks from Gold Bar and Sultan, of course, watching. And don't forget, our number one fans in Nebraska.
Yes, he is.
Number one fans in Nebraska. Expecting boy number 3.
Is that right?
That is right.
You have to ask
As
him.
if the first 2 couldn't be cute enough.
Ask him, and let's have him chime in. What are the Huskers looking like this year?
Yeah, how are Nebraska?
How are those Huskers looking
gonna
this
look
year?
with Scott Frost as their coach now, right?
Trying
Derek?
to rekindle some of the glory days from the 70s and 80s, from the Tom Osborne era, right?
Scott Frost was a great quarterback for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see college football again in full swing starting tomorrow with the Washington Huskies in the game of the day.
ET is here.
Yes.
The Turks ended up with the ball, by the way.
Yes, they did. After that was, and they did confer, and the Turks kept the ball.
Yeah.
So Huskies at Auburn tomorrow, being played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Boston. They're going to name him Boston. Derek, that is awesome.
That is cool. I like it when people pick unique names for their kids. Stuff you don't see all the time. Split backs. Oh, that's a fumble.
The ball on the ground. And Vashon's going to recover that.
And guess who it is? Gutierrez. Gutierrez. He's everywhere, right?
Caleb Hyder in Lackland, Texas. Wow, we are gone national. TurkPride.tv is all over the place. E.T., it is good to hear from you. I want to hear all about your experiences.
So for those of you that are joining us from different parts across the country, just send us a brief message. Let us know what your affiliation is with the Turks. I mean,
Yeah.
were you an alum? Are you a family member of an alum? Or did you just happen to be surfing around YouTube and fall on top of this feed tonight? We're curious to know. We're glad that you joined us, but we're curious to know why you joined us. I guess would be the way I'd put it. And we got a timeout.
Yep, Derek is chiming in about his Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Oh, and what is he saying about the Huskers?
He says that seriously, though, this is the most excited the state has been since the 90s.
Wow.
It'll take a year to get going, but we will be a team to watch in the coming years. So excited.
Very
for
cool.
Frost.
Well, it's a very storied university with a deep football tradition, and I know that they are, cities like that in the middle of the country where they don't have a pro sports team. They don't have a basketball, baseball. In Nebraska, I don't believe they have any professional sports team, if I'm not mistaken. And so college football is everything. I mean, that's just huge for those people. All right, so both teams are talking things over a little bit. So far, Brian, what are your impressions of the game thus far?
Of course, as a hashtag Turks First kind of guy,
you're pretty happy.
I'm pretty happy, and I'm also one, and I haven't seen the play of the past, so to speak, that we've had from the Turks.
Right. Ooh, pressure. Oh, just gets away. The first time, but not the second time. Ball pops loose.
Oh.
And I think Vashon recovered. Yes, there's a Pirate down there on the bottom. Yeah, nice pressure by Decent. Yeah, loss of
20 yards. It'll be second down and 30.
Second 30.
Well, we miss the Zach. We were part of the Zach Beebe era here too. So, Minute Militia. And
yes, we were. I remember Mr. Beebe when we first moved. That would have been right about 2007, 2008. Probably.
That is so funny because I was at the Let's Go Espresso just this morning.
Were you?
Yeah, I had the guys. I went and bought them coffee that were at.
Pass. Little quick screen, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and goes forward and gains back about half of what they lost on the prior play. Okay, Brian, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. I'm talking to the fans.
You're talking to the fans, and we have 17 on our feed right now. We appreciate all of you. Yeah. Always room for more.
Now, our regional wrestling feed, our broadcast from last year.
Oh yes, okay.
We broke. We had all three maps going on.
We broke the internet. Is that what you're saying?
We broke 1,000 views.
Wow,
and the districts one we did over 600 views.
That's awesome. That actually is really impressive. Rolling to the left, quarterback stop. Oh, he hit from behind just as he lets go.
Willie Bennett gets his name.
Yeah, nice hit by Bennett. Just kept his eye on the ball and made a nice shot on the quarterback there as he was letting the ball go, and it fell incomplete.
I believe they're both juniors, Derek. Yes, they are. They're both juniors. I believe they're both 16. Yep, they are. That's Cody and Tyler Deason. They're juniors.
So it'll be exciting to watch them not only this season, but next season as well.
Oh, I remember when there were just little guys playing basketball. Wrestling's my big thing, though. Everybody out there should know that.
It is. Gutierrez back to punt. And, yeah. Gutierrez and Faircott at the 36-yard line. And we'll change sides, move the chains, and we'll start over again with Turks first down with about just a little over 7 minutes
Derek,
remaining in the first half.
we're pretty excited around here.
It's about a 30-yard punt.
We're pretty excited around here about our offensive line for the next couple of years. A very decent 1A offensive line coming. You know, we've got
some size finally, Brian. With just many years we have not had any size.
We've got some size on the bookends, and you know we've also got Jeremy John is in there.
Jeremy John's big boy, yes.
And Christopher Ganich
and busting up the middle for a gain of about 5.
Flooding up the middle for a gain of 4.
So, Brian, do we happen to know who the broadcast teams are for volleyball and girls soccer this year?
What's that?
Do we happen to know who the broadcast teams are on TurkPride.tv for volleyball and girls soccer? Putting you on the spot here.
I don't know.
Sailor off the right side breaks free and first down over the mid stripe.
We have a Vashon parent or family member watching from Superior, Montana. Welcome, Mary Jo Berry, to the broadcast.
Welcome. And thus far for the Pirates, not a whole lot to get too excited about. Again, it's early, and teams will get better as they go along, but it's been pretty much all Sultan so far tonight.
Well, you can see that Sultan has put in the work this summer with the 7-on-7 camps and the competitions. Oh boy, you got to eat that. You got to eat that.
Just hang on to the ball and go down.
Hey, we're almost to 20. We're at 17 right now.
17 and counting.
And just so you guys know, I mean, we will have this. You'll be able to watch. Your players will be able to watch this on demand, or any family members that missed the game will be able to watch. Will be on demand, and it'll be in the YouTube universe forever.
Wow. It means
they
have to suffer through us again. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I wouldn't call it suffering. This is my
house. Like, no, don't make us listen again. No, we have a good time doing this. And yep, gain of about 5. Ford's run very strong. I've been impressed with him tonight. So I really like the Turks' running game. Passing game has been effective as well too, but so far I'm seeing a lot of good balance.
Well,
good balance
I'm looking forward to when they add the play action pass into their repertoire, which are probably not quite ready to do that yet.
No. Breaks tackle, breaks another tackle, still on his feet.
There he goes. Oh,
breaks another tackle. Wow.
Zane Sailor. Mr. All-Purpose Yard.
Yeah, just some nice hard
Zane
running.
All-Purpose Sailor.
Yeah, Sailor looked really good on that. Just continued to break tackles, stay on his feet.
Set sail down the field. Is that going to work?
Sailor set sailor, or is that what you're saying?
Zane set sail down the field. Zane Sailor.
Maybe. It's early, Brian. You got to work on it a little bit.
All right. These guys earn their nicknames.
Yeah.
Some of them are easy to figure out.
Yeah, some are easy. Some are a little more challenging.
You know, Phoenix McGuire was one of my favorite nicknames. The Phoenix is rising, you know.
And keeper. Ooh! Big hit by 53 there.
Webster on the hit. He's met by Galeri. Excuse me, that was Jess Layson on the hit.
Yeah, nice hit there by the Pirates player. And we got second and about 9 actually for the Turks. Gain of 1.
About 9 yards to go.
Single setback. Shotgun formation for the Turks.
I believe Dominic did play football last year and was honored for his CNC.
And deep overthrow. Brian, I don't think I have seen the quarterback go under center once yet. They've been in shotgun formation pretty much the whole game.
I like being under center.
Yeah, well, it gives you that ability to do that play action, you know.
Or read option.
Straight off.
You don't hear about that anymore.
The wishbone.
The wishbone. Now that's a Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a
thing.
Nebraska.
That's a Nebraska thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? The Turks are up
Nebraska.
33-0 with 3:55 left to go.
Breaks, and now they're up by more than that, Brian. I think. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Turks.
We hit fours. Or I should say that's 39.
Isaiah Phillips with his third touchdown of the game.
Yeah, Phillips and Ford have just been a 1-2 powerhouse punch in the backfield for the Turks tonight. So I think we got some pretty exciting things to look forward to this season as far as the run game is concerned.
Well, I can tell you, Derek, that Coach Wright's going to use the offense that's suited to the players that he has. He's going to adapt to the athletes, the type of athletes that he has. Tom Rathman, Derek Bergman, yes.
No good. 3:51 remaining. So it's now 39-0.
And just remember, I believe it's after 40 points. Is it 40 points, Pete? Running clock?
At 40
points.
So we're 1 point short of the running clock.
And that's at halftime, the second half.
That might be a good thing, actually. You know,
Yeah. So
as long as a 40-point differential. All right, so we are 1 point shy of that. So we play on. We play on under regulation rules. The cheerleaders are getting a workout, and their high kicks down there for 39 points now. And I would say that the Turks would start free substituting. But again, as far as the numbers, the squad doesn't look real big this year.
You know, we've still if we still have a JV game with them on Monday, if we still have a JV game, and I don't know if there is or not. If this is all we have, this is all we have. And a lot of the kids aren't eligible yet because they don't have enough practices.
Right.
And you can't use up their quarters. So if you play a bunch of people in a blowout,
correct,
then you use
they're not eligible. Yeah, so it'll be, and again, that's kind of an offshoot of having a smaller squad, is that you don't have that luxury of having, first team, second team. You got kids that are playing every squad.
No marching band or pep band today, guys. They are not here. They are working at the fair this year.
Yeah, and I'll speak to that. When I was in Ording High School, we were single A school, very similar in size to Sultan. And, on football, I played everything but first string kickoff. I was on every squad. Punt return, kick return, offense, defense. Just you were out on the field all the time.
Boy, I thought this game was going to be a little closer than it was going to be when I checked it all out online.
Yeah, again, now, and the Turks had a lot of seniors. They lost a lot of kids this past year. There's a lot of new names out there that I don't recognize that are getting a chance to step up and really contribute. And pass complete with tackle almost immediately, gain of about 5. Yeah, a lot of senior leaders that there's a lot of switch over, and you get those years where you'll have a lot of senior leaders, and then you start with a lot of new kids the next year. It's just hard to say. First game of the season is just kind of, could be the opponent, could be just being at home, could be, hey, they're really that good. You just won't know for a while.
I completely agree with you about the post, and the post is not going anywhere, guys. Someday maybe we can have some cameras fixated on the top of the stadium.
The post.
Yeah, the post.
The post. Yeah.
You are so right. I hate that post.
They're saying the post gets in the way. Yeah, there it is. By golly, there it is right there. There's the post.
Well, half of my best calls that I've had were behind the post too. So,
Yes,
The
unfortunately.
other half happened while we were having technical difficulties. So
Like I said, you used all your good material before we even were online.
yeah,
Is that right?
I was
You're-
on fire
You're
before.
tapped out.
I was
All your
tapped
good
out,
stuff.
and all that good material just on the cutting room floor.
That's right. Now it's not like
That's
a comedian who has a different audience every night. We get the same audience, so we got to come up with new material all the time. That's the challenge.
you
Comedian can keep telling the same jokes every night because it's a different audience every
Goblin
night.
loses about 4 yards. And there's a flag on the play.
Well, when the flag makes its return, we haven't seen one of those for a while, thankfully. So I happened to notice that in the announcements, and I'm looking down there, that Ben Murphy has returned to the sidelines in an assistant coaching role. What is Ben's capacity this year? Is he offensive, defensive coordinator? Or?
Will go against the Pirates.
I see him out there right now. He's talking. So it tells me he may be the offensive coordinator because I hear him I see him on his headset.
they're I love it. Our listening audience are still talking about the post.
The post.
There's 2 of those posts that
There's 2 of them that cause issues here. However, we must say they are important because the roof would fall down if they weren't there. So they are kind of important.
I will say that we are very lucky to have the stands that we have here,
We do. We have a very nice football stadium.
and it's a nice stadium, and we're lucky to have a turf field.
New synthetic track that was just put in this last season. Very nice.
And oh boy, another penalty against the Pirates there.
Not correct.
The post is legendary.
Fourth and 25. And Gutierrez, our man Gutierrez, is back to punt again.
Oh, Gutierrez, the wrestler from Vashon Island.
I like Gutierrez. He's an inspiration to all those big
Gutierrez
kids.
is going down in the TurkPride.tv Hall of Fame
Gutierrez.
as the best punter of all time.
He's got a leg. Oh, and bull. Oh, it's getting away from him. You better just kick it out of the back of the end zone. Oh, that's probably not the best idea, but
You do that. You do it. You do you. You do you.
Gutierrez picks up the bad snap, runs out to the 11-yard line or so.
And
by Jack Hamilton.
and he knocked Hamilton down, and Hamilton's the one took Hamilton got the worst end of that
It'll be
deal.
1st and 10 Turks from the 11.
Gutierrez put the hurting on Hamilton. Yeah, boy.
Gutierrez, you just, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, he's had 2 punts and he had the kicks. Yeah, he's all over the place.
2 punts made the.
I know typically we don't pick recognize a player from the other team, but Gutierrez gets my vote tonight.
Oh,
he's awesome.
It's just.
He's awesome. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
It's funny you say that, Derek. He was a running back last year. They moved him to center this year.
Hand off on the right side, breaks free, and he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Isaiah Phillips.
It's just too easy, Brian. It's just too easy. And that gets us to the 40-point differential. So now we're going to have a running clock, as I understand the rules. So that'll make things go much more rapidly.
Well, it makes our job harder.
After the 11-yard
Even though
TD
it's great. I mean, yay,
Get
Turks.
home earlier.
Yeah, it makes our job harder.
It makes it harder. How does it make our job harder? Because we just got to... It makes it easier. We have to talk less because the game will be over sooner. People won't have to endure our commentary as long. It's a win-win.
TurkPride.tv is brought to you by a host of people, all of us volunteers here at TurkPride.tv. Please subscribe. You, your friends, your family. Get everybody to subscribe. And as a reminder, at halftime, we are going to reboot the broadcast so that we can hopefully get through these technical difficulties that we're having.
And those of you that are concerned about that, we don't have the band tonight, so you won't be missing any band
Right.
performance at halftime.
The band is not here. They
Band's
are
not
working. They are working the pizza lemonade stand at the Evergreen State Fair this year.
I see.
Make sure you go down there and support the Turks.
Last weekend of the fair. Fair is over on Monday, so if you get an opportunity, check out the Evergreen State Fair in Monroe. Lots of fun. I know my family and grandkids are going to go take that in tomorrow, so they're excited to go do the fair. And then fair moves from Monroe to Puyallup, then to the Western Washington.
Derek,
State Fair.
Derek, I played for Ballard High School, and one time I was on the losing end of a 69-0 beating from Blanchette High School.
Ouch. Ouch.
I set the record for most kickoff returns in a game.
That's probably not a record, really, that you want to have, right?
I did every single one of them.
Uh-huh. They're like, send Atkinson back there. Just put Atkinson back there.
After the third one, I was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Coach, don't send me out there anymore. I don't want to do this. They're killing me.
I enjoy 8-man football also, Derek.
8-man is very interesting.
One of my favorite pastimes when growing up, offsides on the Turks, as a kid was back in the old days of the old King Dome.
Yes.
And you remember the King Bowl.
The King Bowl. Went to it every year.
I went to it every year, and we started in the morning with the 8-man, the B8, the B11, the A, the AA, and back then the AAA. AAA was the biggest.
Yep, started like 8 o'clock at night was like the AAA game. Yeah, it was used to do that every year. I was, probably middle schooler probably then. And it would have been a middle schooler.
There was a guy. His name was Larry Worthy, and he was this Boeing engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And he had all daughters and didn't have any sons.
Mm-hmm.
And for 4 years in a row, he would come pick me up in the morning, and we would go watch football.
Yep.
I was 9, 10 years old, and I was having a blast.
Yep. So that's the same. That got
6-man.
It's funny that you should say that. Lots of great memories from the King Bowl back in the day. And
let it go out of bounds, because that's going to be a penalty, and put it at the 40-yard line.
But yes, King Bowl was a lot of fun.
Well, this is a good chance for the Turks to practice those kicks into that section. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of having TurkPride.tv is the people that get to see the film.
Yes.
And I can tell you, if we're playing Cedar Crest in a couple weeks, they're watching.
I think as you go, the level of competition, everybody will get better. Everybody will get better because you have these opportunities. But this is, some great live practice time right here where you can try some things, especially when you got
Minute
such a
Militia wants
lead.
to know, are Bellevue and Skyline still the best high schools, or is it changing? It's starting to change. I can tell you that I'm a big Bothell High School blue train guy. I don't remember who won the title last year. I know that Eastside Catholic is always in there at the end.
They're a good team as well. Ooh.
So our next home game is 2 weeks from now against Cedar Crest, two Fridays from now, and we will be at Cashmere next week.
You're going to be at Cashmere?
I will not be there.
You're going to Cashmere? You're going to broadcast live from Cashmere?
My boss will not let me have 2 Fridays in a row off.
Brian, quit the job. Come on. You don't need that. You don't need it.
Yes, yes, Chris, they are in a different league now, but we still scheduled them. And I'm kind of glad we did, and I know that we're going to continue to wrestle them in non-league. It's a non-league game this time, but they're having a hard time getting their schedule, just like Archbishop was. And
rolling out to the right. Oh, almost intercepted.
Remember now, we beat Cedar Crest last year. And
I think Cedar Crest is still a good, like I said, even though they are a school, they're about 3,000 students. They're about 1,000, or 3,000 in their district, about 1,000 larger than us. Geographically, they're very close. Duval is a close drive. I mean, it's geographically very easy to do. So, I mean, it still makes sense to play them, even though they aren't in the conference anymore, or we're in different conferences. I think geographically it just makes sense. I think there's some natural rivalry. For those that might not know, they're actually closer drive than Granite Falls. Actually, it's quicker to get to Duval than it is to get to Granite Falls.
Except but it's kind of funny. It's geographically, it's even further away.
Right. Oh, that's a nice
That's
pass.
a nice catch.
That is a nice catch. First down for the Pirates.
By number 19, Jack Cunningham. It's a 17-yard gain.
It's really good, though, to see that Granite Falls dropped back to a single-A classification and keep that rivalry intact. I would have really hated to have seen that go away. That Black and Blue Bowl has just been something that's been ingrained here in this area for over a decade now, and you hate to lose those rivalries.
We had 2,500 kids at my high school, Derek. No, they have moved on to the Westco League, Minute Militia.
Almost intercepted. Nice defense by the Turks.
Pass defended by Webster, intended.
They have not moved up. They are still 2A. They are now part of there is a 2A football conference. We'll just call it a competitive and not quite as competitive divisions for football with the thing like Burlington, Edison, and people like that. Burlington, Edison, and Cedar Woolley, and then Mount Lake Terrace and Shorecrest and Cedar Crest are all now in another league with some of the 2A schools from up north.
Yeah, lots of changes. Moving and shaking and shuffling around here. Intercepted! Nice job coming over the top. Wrestles it away from the Pirate.
Caden Hardwick.
Nice play by Hardwick.
The interception.
Well, he just came right over the top, Brian. Took that ball right away from the Pirates receiver, and then he was off to the races.
The 47-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Turks.
26 in the graduating class. Had 250 in mine. Well, it might have been 400. I don't remember. It's been that long ago. You're just beginning to raise your kids, Derek. I got my last two, junior and senior this year. And I'm never leaving TurkPride.tv. You're going to have to.
Hey, can you not hang on the rail?
Darcy. Tell him to stop hanging on the rail.
And he's running free.
Well, Minute Militia, we hope we can come back and coach and teach here in
Webster on the run.
Sultan also. And clubhouse leader for player of the game right now is Gutierrez.
Yes. I think it's probably at this time, like I said, they had some really good. Josh Ford, I think, has done an excellent job thus far, and Isaiah Phillips.
Isaiah Phillips already has he's 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Isaiah Phillips,
and Jansen Webster's looked really, really good too, and Fleming.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I think I like Ford and Phillips both, I think, are right now. I'm looking here at the Max Preps. Kashmir is playing Ephrata tonight, Brian. Kashmir will be our opponent next week. They're playing Ephrata this evening, and that will be at Ephrata High School, which is the Kiwanis Field in Ephrata tonight for the Bulldogs. And what is Ephrata's mascot?
Eric Turner votes for Ford. Jensen Webster is a cool name, and it is a quarterback name.
Ford, the reason I say maybe Ford is he's done it on both sides. I've seen him defensively do some nice things.
Well, as Coach Pete Reilly over there has pointed out to us, he's been all over the place on defense also. He's making all kinds
That's what I'm saying is I think Phillips has had a better offensive game, but overall balance, I think Ford.
Can't we give it to Gutierrez?
Gutierrez. He's going to get
I wish he was on our team.
He's going to get a honorary. Oops, that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
But hold against the Turks.
Did Spate? That's right. Spate did go to UCLA. I know Carter Samuels got his degree, and he's playing at Colorado State. He did go to UCLA and changed his mind and went to Colorado State. And so Spate, of course, left Michigan, is now at UCLA.
Oh, we have a score, Brian. We have a score from Kashmir and Ephrata.
I believe when we reboot it, the link will be in the same spot.
And there's a
it was for you to-
touchdown, Turks. Oh, flag on the field. And that's Mr.
Phillips
Ford.
that time.
And that's Mr. Ford, and he's like, eh. Or is that Phillips? I'm sorry, it was Phillips, not Ford.
Yeah. KJ Carter Samuels went to Colorado State, and he from the UW as a backup, and he set a single game passing yards record versus Hawaii in a loss to Hawaii last week.
We've got a score in the Kashmir-Ephrata game, Brian. We've got Ephrata 19, Kashmir 13, under a minute remaining in the first half.
Oh.
So a good game over in Ephrata.
Tells us absolutely nothing.
Tells us absolutely nothing. Tells us you got two pretty evenly matched teams is all it tells you.
That's what it tells us.
Locked up in Ephrata tonight. Bulldogs again Turks will be traveling to Kashmir next Friday night to take on the Bulldogs.
Second down and 3.
Kashmir, the home of the applets and cotlets factory.
I hope anybody
right?
watching that is from Vashon, make sure you pass on our admiration for the power pack that is Gutierrez.
You're saying Vashon should pass on? Is that what you said? Pass on Gutierrez. Gutierrez is awesome, man. We love seeing kids like that.
Up the middle for a first down.
Brian, you know that Kashmir is the home of the applets and cotlets factory also, too. Have you ever been to the applets and cotlets?
I have been to the applets and cotlets factory.
I have done the tour at the applets and cotlets factory before, yes, in beautiful Kashmir, Washington.
As a reminder, we are going to reboot at halftime. I think you just need to refresh your screen. And
Isaiah Phillips up the middle.
I have my TurkPride.tv polo on.
Has a gain of 12 for
Derek,
a
do you have your
first down.
Turk shirt on while you watch? Bonus points if you send us a picture of it. You got your Sultan Pirates jersey on, Minute Militia? Oh, and Ryan Fox is back. He's getting his San Francisco School of Music.
There's another penalty.
And another penalty.
Ford with a touchdown run, but there is a flag.
Ford's like, you're killing me here.
They get a dead down.
Ryan Fox is back with us. Welcome back, Ryan. It's good to see you again.
And getting an idea on what that penalty is, and it's marching backwards going to be against the Turks.
Well, so much laundry.
Lots of laundry.
Yeah, lots and lots of laundry.
It's the end of the half, guys.
And it is halftime with the Turks. Oh, one on time. Yeah, that's right. Can't
Timed down.
end on a penalty.
And Michael Moss will come in to attempt a 32-yard field goal.
Volleyball, it will be brought to you by Jen Moon, Jeannie Surgeon, and Maddie Jeffries will be joining us on the broadcast
Very cool.
for volleyball coming up. That'll be nice to have the talented Miss Maddie Jeffries as a student broadcaster.
That is. She does an excellent job. I've seen some of her.
She makes me look like an amateur.
Yeah, she just has a really nice flow to her voice. She's got a great speaking
Michael
voice.
Moss!
Now we'll bring
with a 32-yard field goal to end the half.
There you go. And that
And
will.
again, as we head into halftime, we invite you to visit our concession stand
And we will have a running clock.
Stadium.
So, Brian, I found here on Max Preps, this is interesting. Now, which school, this is probably pretty easy, for Washington has won more state football championships than any other school at any level?
Well, that would be one of those B8, B11 schools like.
No, you mentioned this school actually earlier. I think Minute Militia actually mentioned this school earlier. They've won 12 state football championships.
That was at Bellevue?
That's Bellevue. That is correct, Bellevue.
As you can see,
They,
folks, there's activity on the field down
and
here
Washington State
on the
playoffs
left
began in
side. I'd like to
1973. I did
introduce
not
our
know
new
that.
principal, Mr. Ryan Malone.
Yes.
He is going to be facilitating our fall sports relay between the cheerleaders, girls soccer team, and
All right.
volleyball team. We also seem to have an at-large team.
All one and the same, Minute Militia. All one and the same when you look at it. So go in for halftime, reset. We'll be running clock here when we get back. So
Wow. South Dakota, there is a team called Washington in Sioux Falls that has won the state title 42 times.
Wow.
42 times they've been the state champion.
That's impressive.
Back starting in 1905.
but how many high schools are in Montana?
No, South Dakota. This is
Okay.
Washington. Sioux
Okay.
Falls, then Sioux Falls.
But how many high schools are in South Dakota?
I don't know. But they've won the state football championship 42 times.
All right, we're rebooting, everybody. We'll see you on the flip side.
Let's